People staring as they go by. Okay. My name is Crystal and welcome to our channel. I am going to make an attempt planting some grapes that I got. I bought one pair of vines at Tractor Supply when I was there. Unplanned. We were there getting the stock tank. I saw the grapes and I was like, why not? I know nothing about them. I have some already growing here and I thought that if those are growing and doing well, I have to go through the effort of trying to train these up a trellis, so I might as well add a couple more. We found the grapes last year when we were clearing this part of our property out. There were clusters of beautiful, what I believe to be Concord grapes growing. They smelled amazing. I didn't eat them because I'm a little hesitant to do that when I discover something like that, but it's the end of March. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to even dig a hole. It's been cold up until this past week when we've had really warm weather. Try and dig some holes over here where I'd like to put the grapes in the ground. We live in Connecticut, zone 6. The two varieties that I purchased both said that they do well in this hardiness zone, so we will see. All right, let's dig some holes and see if I can even break the soil. I am easily able to dig into the ground, so I am going to go over. I have a 5-gallon Homer bucket. I'm going to open up the packages of grapes that I bought and soak the roots in water while I dig up holes for them. These are the ones that I got from Tractor Supply. They were $8 a piece. It says that they are a Mars seedless grape. It is for hardiness zone 5 through 8. It requires full sun and the height varies, but the spacing is about 3 feet apart. That's the first variety I got. And these ones do not have buds on them. They come in this kind of a bag and they do feel a little on the dry side, so I'm definitely gonna soak these. The other variety of grapes that I got were from Home Depot and they were $10 each. These ones say that they also require full sun, harvest mid-season, size 2-year, GMO free. Duh. This variety is called Reliance. It's also a seedless grape. It is self-pollinating, plant 2 to 5 inches deep for hardiness zones 4 through 8. So this one says not to fertilize, and this one says yes to fertilize. The fertilizer I'm using is the only thing close to what I think might be acceptable, and that's what I have, is the Espoma Organic Berry Tone. It is starting to grow some buds, so I want to get them in the ground before it's too late. I'm going to plant them pretty much the depth of the bags. I'm going to carefully take them out of the bag. Wow, very different. I don't know how well that one's gonna do. It's very different than this one. We shall see. While these are soaking, I'm going to go over and dig, which should give them enough time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig 4 holes about 3 to 5 feet apart in a spot that I feel they won't really shade each other out and that I'll easily be able to build a trellis over here. Let's get started. This is where I decided that I was able to dig the holes the easiest. I found a lot of clay soil. We had this area dug out last year and we had to refill in an old foundation, backfilled with a load of clay first and then put topsoil on top of that. So of course I don't dig down very far and I find a lot of clay. Throw some fertilizer into the ground first, mix it all in really good. I have a pile of topsoil over here, so I'm going to mix that in as well when I go to backfill the plants into the ground. But the first thing I'm going to do, loosen up the soil around the area of where the root ball will be sitting, and then sprinkling in some berry tone. This is the Reliance variety. As you can see, it's already starting to form some buds. I'm basically going to bury it up to the point that they had it buried. Just make sure that the soil is covering the roots about 2 inches or so. I have a pile of topsoil left over from last year, so I'm going to grab some of that to backfill with after I put the root balls in the ground. I am going to sprinkle a little bit of that berry tone into the soil and just mix it up really well first, and then water them in really well. Brought in additional topsoil over here, and I really stirred it up well and loosened up the soil around it so that the roots have somewhere to go. I'd end up using the berry tone fertilizer that I had, mixing it into the soil that's over there, and then top dressing it a little bit. After I watered them in, I used the water that was in the bucket with all the soil and stuff that was in with the grapes, and I watered them with that as well. It's done. I put the grapes in the ground. We'll see what happens. Well, I gotta tell you, it feels really good to get something planted into the ground, and on a day like this where it is well into the 60s, it feels really nice to have it done. The only things that are left to do on this spot is to figure out some sort of trellis. Do it in a way that's not ugly. I grabbed 4 bamboo stakes that I had in the garden, stuck them right in the ground next to the vine. Not really sure yet what I'm going to be doing. I'm either going to be using the handy panels that we have. They're essentially 8-foot cattle panels. Whatever I do, I would like it to look nice. In the very least, we will get grapes from the grapevines that were already here on the property. As for the ones that we planted today, probably not 2 to 3 years. We might not get anything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. You can give it a thumbs down if you want. Any feedback is good feedback. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.